Two people are now in custody charged in connection with a violent murder of a woman in Riverview. Hello, I'm Keith Kate.
I'm Jennifer Lee. Thank you for joining us. This is a story we've been following since the weekend. Neighbors of the victim say they are shocked by the crime. Investigators believe the victim was killed at a home on Maybrook Avenue in Riverview. Her body was later discovered near the Gandy Bridge. News Channel 8's Jeff Patterson joins us live from the sheriff's office in Ybor City with the new details we've learned today. Jeff.
Good evening, Jen and Keith. The Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office says this started this weekend when a witness came to them and reported a murder. Now, two people are in custody charged with that crime.
In a quiet neighborhood next to Riverview High School, the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office is investigating a murder. Detectives were in the area talking to neighbors today.
Well, it's a peaceful neighborhood. I'm living here, I'm going to be 21 years.
Luis Rodriguez was not at home when the murder happened, but it's what his neighbors are talking about.
I just hear from my neighbors what happened there.
The sheriff's office says 42-year-old Giovanni Pelletier was killed in this Riverview home. They are now charging 42-year-old Arnaldo Centron with stabbing her to death and charging Giselle Bonilla with helping him to dispose of the body in the Weeden Island Preserve near the Gandy Bridge. Today, they were both in court for a first appearance.
Mr. Centron, you're charged with murder in the second degree with a weapon, unlawfully holding or moving a dead human body in unapproved conditions.
And today we learned Giselle Bonilla is the first cousin of the victim. She is accused of tampering with evidence and interfering with the witness. Neighbors say the people next door where the murder took place were quiet for the most part.
I mean, they get in their normal arguments like, you know, I'm sure most families do, but I mean, nothing like throwing stuff through the windows.
Still, Ronnie Palmer says he's shocked by the crime.
It did, definitely, because he had just introduced himself to me and my wife. We were sitting out here and he walked by to fix the AC and we didn't say nothing to him, and all of a sudden he just turns around and he comes and just, you know, introduces himself, and he did seem kind of like a weird guy.
We've just learned much more about Centron's violent criminal history. We'll have that coming up at 6 o'clock. Bond was set for Bonilla today, and another hearing will be held on Monday to determine if bond can be set for Centron. Live in Ybor City, Jeff Patterson, 8 on your side.
No signs of any trauma to the body. There's no indication that he was shot. There's no indication that he was stabbed.
Today, the Manatee County Sheriff shared new information about the death of 18-year-old Giovanni Pelletier. Good evening, everyone. I'm Josh Benson.
And I'm Jennifer Lee. Thank you for joining us. There were many questions about where he was last seen and how he died. His body was discovered August 8th in a retention pond near the off-ramp to I-75 near State Road 70. News Channel 8's Alessandra Young joins us live from the Sheriff's District 3's office in Manatee County with the very latest. Alessandra.
Jen, hey there, good evening. 7 days after Giovanni went missing, the sheriff says that a family friend ended up finding his body in a pond. Now the sheriff's office is providing video of his final moments. If you look at this video, Manatee County Sheriff Rick Wells says the person you see in the white shirt is Giovanni Pelletier.
The important thing that I want you to see, there's no one chasing him. There's no one around him. In fact, when he's coming down that embankment, the vehicle is 2 miles away.
At the bottom of the steep hill is a pond located off I-75 at an exit ramp to State Road 70, where investigators believe he stayed until his body was found nearly 2 weeks ago.
And what we don't know is what happened when he hit that pond. I don't know. The death is undetermined.
Just before he was captured running down the embankment on video, Pelletier was seen on FDOT cameras.
We found Giovanni at about 2:18 a.m. on the night in question on I-75.
Sheriff Wells says Pelletier was picked up on July 31st by his cousin and 2 other guys to visit family in Brevard County. He says according to the cousin, they all started smoking marijuana early on in the trip and that Pelletier had a bad reaction. He ended up texting his mother asking for help, and it was in Manatee County where he exited that vehicle.
Telling them I am a demon and I will wreck this car, and says he will kill them all as he tries to open up the door while the car is still moving.
Now the sheriff's office is waiting on the medical examiner to release the cause of death, and they're still waiting on the toxicology report. For now, live in Manatee County, I'm Alessandra Young, 8 on your side.
Wait, where's this drone at the moment?
It showed me it was in the backyard, but I tried to knock.
You know we can't just be going in people's backyards trying to look for shit.
I know, that's why I knocked.
Oh, names. Oh, okay. Share this. Okay. All right. Well, give me the remote. Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. I have it. Just come off, and I will mess with it later. Let go of your hand. You can let go.
What? I'm not holding on to anything.
Mosquito control teams are now in emergency response mode, spraying target areas throughout Hillsborough County.
For the first time this year, a case of dengue fever has been confirmed in the county. News Channel 8's Georgia MacArthur is live tonight after she talked with researchers.
Keith and Stacy, not only did I speak to researchers, I got a first-hand look inside the mosquito management lab. I was able to put my eyes under the microscope and see how researchers were tracking it and setting up traps to prevent it. Inside the lab, researchers are sorting through traps of mosquitoes, looking for signs of disease. The mosquito management lab gave 8 on Your Side a look under the microscope to get a closer view of the process, how researchers examine each one to determine what's in our community.
He is going through the traps and getting our trap counts, so finding out how many mosquitoes are in that trap and identifying the different species. So looking for, in this case, the Aedes aegypti.
The biggest concern is the Aedes aegypti mosquito, the primary carrier of dengue. Gabriella Henderson with Hillsborough County Mosquito Management says dengue cases are rare, but they do happen and can cause illness.
For a locally acquired case, we're going to kind of jump into action right away. We respond to locally acquired and travel related in much of the same way, where we're going to spray several nights in a row. We use treatment specific to that mosquito.
The county wouldn't give the exact locations, only saying that teams will spray affected areas. Epidemiologist Ricardo Izieta says the case was not a surprise given our climate makes it vulnerable to viruses like dengue.
This is an event that we were expecting. This is something that was coming. We are in Florida. We are in a tropical area, and we have to be careful with this kind of diseases.
And county officials are urging residents to do their part and eliminate standing water because they say mosquito control can only do so much. Reporting live in Hillsborough County, I'm Georgia MacArthur, 8 on Your Side.
Homes flooded and now up for sale, and hotels in the area still closed after last year's hurricanes. Some Pinellas County businesses are really struggling.
News Channel 8's Melissa Marino shows us how they're fighting to stay afloat on St. Pete Beach.
Here along Corey Avenue, business owners tell me the impact has been twofold. They're not seeing as many tourists. They're also not seeing as many local customers either.
How do you think?
At Chill Restaurant and Bar in St. Pete Beach, owner Ken Houtman says business has not been the same since last year's devastating hurricane season.
We definitely are not seeing the traffic that we did before the storm.
The restaurant and other businesses along Corey Avenue flooded during Hurricane Helene. And while most are now back open, Houtman says sales have dried up, partly because nearby hotels are still closed.
I think the hotels are a big part of it. Getting them to be reopened is going to be huge, and then getting the word out again.
Across the street at Elizabeth's Bartique, most of the inventory was destroyed during Helene. Owner Elizabeth Novak made the difficult decision not to reopen her wine cafe that was next door. And now she worries because of struggling sales. A few miles away at St. John's Pass in Madeira Beach, Captain Dylan Hubbard says business at Hubbard's Marina has rebounded.
It was obviously a little bit of a tough October, November, December, but as things started to gain momentum, I mean, we had a red snapper season extension that was unexpected November of last year that really helped.
But now in their slow season, these business owners are making a plea to the local community.
Please come over the bridge. Don't forget about us.
And we are so grateful for all the customers that they are coming, but we unfortunately need some more.
According to Visit St. Pete Clearwater, tourism is actually up so far this year in areas like Clearwater and St. Pete compared to last year. But according to the data, areas like the southern beaches, the tourism there still recovering. Melissa Marino, 8 on your side.